Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Presque High School as we get set for this doubleheader on tap on WHOU with the Presque Wildcats hosting the Waterville Purple Panthers. Steve Carmichael joined by Bobby Russell. Ricky Goupel will be running the camera for us, and Tim Youngfellow is our producer. In our J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show, let's talk about these two teams, Bobby. We'll start with the home team. Presque Wildcats with a record of 1-1. They currently sit number 6. And the heel point standings obviously very early, but coming off an impressive 53-40 victory over the Holton Shire Towners. And in that game, they had 3 players in double figures, names you're going to hear a lot: Anna Jondro, Faith Schoberg, and Maggie Castoni.
Well, that's absolutely right. And talking to the coaches today, those 3 names are going to need to be scoring some points again today and handling pressure. It says it's going to be all about guard play. Waterville likes to really have some organized chaos out there, the 2-2-1 full court, 3/4 court pressure, and those 3 are going to have to come up big in handling it for the Wildcats.
Now, the other side for the Waterville Purple Panthers, they sit number 1, a spot that may be familiar to them as the season goes on. They sit 2-0, coming off a 66-50 victory over Oceanside. And the name you always hear about, she was one of the top 10 players to watch if you read the most recent Bangor Daily News. Number 24, Sadie Garling, a very impressive player, but they have a lot of talent around her. And looking forward to seeing this Waterville team.
Well, you're absolutely right. Enjoy the crossover. KVAC teams last year, the last 2 years, it was MCI coming to Caribou and Belfast coming to Presque Isle. This year, Waterville comes to Presque Isle and Winslow over in Caribou today. But Waterville here, and 18-0 regular season last year. This group of kids, well, the 2 you mentioned, Sadie Garland and Maddie Martin, the 2 seniors, have been starters for 4 years now. Garland, the player of the year in the KVAC last year, and they're looking to really get back and avenge that loss they had in the tournament and bring home a gold ball to Waterville.
Yeah, you'll hear Paige St. Pierre's name a lot, as well as Jada Murray. Callie Thompson, who had a terrific tournament last season, she comes off the bench, and head coach Roderick, he mentioned she accepts her role, and she does a very good job at it.
Well, she did. She was all-tournament team last year, rebounds the ball exceptionally well, and that's going to be a concern for the Wildcats, keeping her off the offensive glass. And, exactly, it takes a team. When you have this, he goes 9 deep and doesn't really lose a whole lot. They're interchangeable pieces, he said. It makes practice enjoyable. They work hard against each other, and, it just – not everybody can start, but everybody's going to get minutes. Right. So you have to accept your role, and kids have done a real good job buying into that.
Yeah, so these 2 teams, they try to sort of will their style on you. So Presque Isle, they are a 3-point dependent team. They have been for how many years? Now, this year you have with Castonian, Jondro, and Schoberg, terrific shooters, and Presque Isle will run that dribble drive offense. But the problem is they're going to have to get through that Waterville pressure defense to be able to set that up. And limiting turnovers, I think, has to be the number 1 key for Presque Isle if they want to pull off an upset.
There's no question they have to handle the pressure. And the pressure really tries to speed you up and get you at an uncomfortable pace. They have to be maybe a little bit slower pace than what they'd like to be today. Use the pass, use the ball reversal, get the ball to the middle of the floor. The defense is set up primarily to push you to the sides of the floor, use the sideline as an extra defender. Try to get the ball to the middle and then reverse it to the weak side and attack it from there. And talking to Coach Roderick, he said, teams, we try to speed them up and get them at that uncomfortable pace where it's maybe not as easy to get your feet underneath you to take those three-point shots that Presque is going to be looking to knock down.
If you look at Class B girls as a whole, Waterville and Herman, who also are playing right now on WHOU against the Holton Shiretowners right now. Herman holds a 6-3 lead just underway in the first quarter. But you have Waterville, Herman. There's really 2 or 3 teams near the top of the standings that could contend, and then it's really just a bunch of teams in the middle that are going to fight for those final 4 or 5 playoff spots.
When you talk to the coaches, they always mention Old Town in there as well. Ellsworth has got to be in the conversation. I think they only graduated 1 player last year. MDI, Presque, they always have perennial good teams. Holton's moved up. And you're always going to leave somebody out when you mention all these teams, but it's wide open. But I think you would have to say, coming off of last year, Waterville, perfect regular season, don't graduate anybody, they've got to be the favorite.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, Winslow and Caribou, they're playing about 13 miles north of us right now. The Winslow girls came up with a victory 42-33 over the Caribou Vikings, and then right now Winslow and Caribou boys are playing. Winslow scored the first 10 points of the game. They trail 35-16. So Caribou on a 35-6 run, 38-6 run.
Yeah, Caribou boys they can put some points up in a hurry. There's no question about that.
But here we have Presque and Waterville. Really looking forward to seeing this Waterville team. So we don't get a chance to see them very much where they play in the KVAC. Next Friday, though, they do play at the Old Town Coyotes, a team that played Presque last weekend, came up with a victory. We have that game for you now in WHOU. It wasn't originally scheduled, but pull some strings, Bobby, and we got it covered now.
You're the man that can do that.
You got to have the people. You got to have what they want.
You're the people's champ, just like The Rock used to be.
Waterville and Old Town. Those are 2 of the top 3-4 teams in Class B. So a lot of interest in that game, and we'll have it for you on WHOU next Friday. But right now, we are going to send it over to public address announcer Richard Ezzy for the starting lineups brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union.
Let's meet the teams. First for the Waterville Purple Panthers. Injured player number 22, Caitlin Smith. Injured player number 30, Sadie Works. The reserves, number 4, Kira Gilman. Number 11, Callan Thompson. Number 13, Coltrane McRae. Number 14, Jacqueline Gray. Number 20, Abby Williams. Number 21, Gabby Maines. Number 25, Abigail Socher. Head coach for Waterville is Rob Rodriguez. Assistant coaches Bruce Chase, Dan Cosgrove, and Lacey Smith. And now let's meet the Presque Wildcats. The reserves, number 10, Hattie Hoover. Number 14, Jenna Sargent. Number 30, Elena Legassi. Number 32, Anna Cromley. Number 34, Meg Cassidy. Number 40, Riley Kinney. Number 42, Sadie LaPointe. Number 44, Allison Hines. The head coach of Presque is Jeff Hudson. Assistant coaches Rob Bishop and Tim McHugh. Managers Riley Davis and Carly Charette. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For Waterville, the junior, number 2, Paige St. Pierre. And for Presque, sophomore, number 12, Faith Schauberg. For Waterville, junior, number 5, Jada Murray. And for Presque, freshman, number 20, Anna Jandro. For Waterville, junior, number 15, Lindsay Gibbons. And for Presque, senior, number 22, Libby Morrow. For Waterville, Waterville senior, number 23, Maggie Martin. And for Presque, senior, number 24, Maggie Pistone. For Waterville senior, number 24, Sadie Garley. And for Presque, senior, number 50, Rebecca Ryder. The officials in this game are Mr. Bob Thibodeau, Mr. Dan Gerard, and Mr. Frank Frost. The certified athletic trainer is Andy Hellstrom of County Physical Therapy. Finally, the Wildcats and Purple Panthers respectfully request Wildcat fans to take proper sportsmanship at all times. Please do not move, trying to degrade coaches, players, or officials. Let's make good citizenship our number one priority. We now ask everyone to please stand and respectfully remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Playing our anthem today, please welcome Presque High School students, Hunter Stubbs, and Ricky Google.
Those are our national anthem done by a couple Presque students. One of them being our camera guy, Ricky Goupel, as he makes his way over here to run the camera.
We'll excuse him for that. Such a nice job playing the anthem.
Take a bit off his paycheck for being late, but we'll leave it. Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell, Ricky Goupel joins us.
You realize that's nothing out of the ordinary with the other two birds that we've had running the camera for a while.
That is true. The Waterville will be in the purple uniforms, going right to left. Presque in the home white uniforms, left to right. Mr. Thibodeau, Mr. Girardin, and Mr. Frost are our three officials. Mr. Thibodeau, the referee, with Ryder and Martin to tip it off at center. It'll be controlled by Waterville. Quickly the other way goes Murray. The runner comes up short. She'll get her own miss. And Waterville will get a second chance here, Bobby. St. Pierre all the way to the rim. Got hit by Ryder. As you see the quickness off the dribble there for Waterville.
Well, and we mentioned rebounding is going to be a key, as well as handling pressure for the Wildcats, and cannot give second chance opportunities. Ryder picks up an early foul 10 seconds into the game.
St. Pierre gets Waterville on the board first. Goes 2 for 2 from the line.
And here comes, to no surprise, the 2-2-1.
They get into Schoberg, reverse it to Castoni, swing it to Jandro, break the center court line. Now Castoni over to Schoberg, sets her feet, long three, too strong with it. Stay with Presque.
And that's, if they can handle the pressure, use the pass to beat it, they're going to get open shots, going to have to knock them down.
Castoni for three from the corner off the front of the iron, no good. And the rebound down to Jada Murray.
Wildcats starting out with man-to-man.
In the corner, Garling, her first shot, swish from downtown.
Well, they've been sitting here since about 11:30 waiting for this game. They all traveled up on one bus, but no bus legs there. Set the double screen curled out around the low block and drains it.
Quick 5-0 start here for Waterville. Castoni dumps it underneath to Ryder. She'll lay it up and in for Presque's first points.
And Presque does that so well. When they get into the middle of the lane, whether it be Ryder or Libby Morrow on the low block, they're able to find them, get that high percentage shot.
St. Pierre with it. The top of the key, go over to Martin. Nice find underneath for Garling, the easy two.
Well, there really wasn't a screen set. It looked like Given flashed to the high post, but didn't really set a screen. Defender lost her.
Yeah, it's a quick timeout called by head coach Jeff Hudson. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 6:28 left in the first quarter. Waterville off to the quick start with a 7-2 advantage, and Garling already a quick 5 points.
Yeah, and that last play was just simply a defensive breakdown. Losing sight of where she was. Beautiful pass on the back door.
Herman girls currently leading Holden 18-4 in the first quarter down in Herman.
And when you're playing the caliber of team of Waterville, you have got to minimize those physical errors.
Into Morrow, now Castoni. St. Pierre charges at her. Castoni will break the press herself. Has numbers, bounces it once again to Ryder. Couldn't finish that time. Morrow the putback high off the window.
A beautiful find there for Ryder to find Ryder, but even better job by Morrow to follow it. Nobody's picking up here.
Murray, left-handed baby jumper was too strong, and the rebound down to Maggie Castoni. Double teamed in the corner. Now to Schoberg. Lob it over to Jondro. She'll let it fly from deep. And the rebound down to Murray. 7-4 lead for Waterville. Garling going to be called for the travel there.
You can see when they handle, even in the half court, Presque handles the pressure, gets the ball up in the front court. They're still trying to trap on the sidelines. If they can get the ball out of those double teams, they have the numbers advantage.
Jondro, the freshman, gives off to the senior Castoni. Back out to Jondro once again for three. That one falls.
Time just a little bit closer to the line. Caught it in rhythm.
5-0 spurt for the Wildcats. Tied up at 7. 5:20 remaining in the first quarter. Backdoor feed. I think that pass was going to be intended for St. Pierre. Morrow rejects Martin underneath.
Well, great timing by Morrow, but then just happens to lose the handle of it. Going to give it back to Waterville, but beautiful timing on the release. Get all ball up top.
Riley Kinney is in for Presque. Ryder will take a seat. Given will trigger it in.
And what did we say when Presque played Holton? When they make shots early, they always seem to play a little bit better.
Underneath, Martin double teamed. Lobs a pass to St. Pierre on the near side. Fakes left. Murray, pass intercepted by Jondro. One-on-one with Murray. Jondro all the way to the glass. Too strong. Castoni with a putback. Got fouled by St. Pierre. And Maggie Castoni will head to the line, looking to give Presque the lead.
That's good hustle by Castoni. Anticipation by Jondro. Got out in the open floor. Couldn't get it to go, but I love it. You can't just assume it's going to go in. Follow the shot. Be there in case it doesn't.
Castoni misses the first. The score is 7-7 with 4:55 remaining in the first quarter. Castoni will get one more. And makes that one to give the Wildcats the lead. St. Pierre off to Garling. Screen set by Martin. Saussure underneath is going to call for the offensive foul as Morrow stepped in to take the charge. Callie Thompson is also in for Waterville. Castoni splits the defense back the other way. Fakes a pass, finds Kinney, who will bank it in. The Wildcats now lead by 3.
Well, they're beating the press right now with the dribble. Able to weave through the entire defensive set there.
Pass intended for Thompson was a bit too strong, and right now Maggie Castoni is breaking that pressure by herself, and they have numbers the entire time.
Single-handedly, yes, absolutely.
Inbounds pass comes to Schoberg. We'll go right back to Castoni. She's in the center of the floor. Back to Schoberg. Crosses back over. They swing it around. Jondro left open. launches, back iron off the mark. Thompson.
What a great job holding the pivot foot. Took a elbow to the face from Abby Saucier.
Garling fakes the three, dribbles left, then will pull up. That was off to the right. Morrow will clear it for Presque. Rips it away from Thompson. That's the screen for Schoberg. 10-7 Presque leading. Jandro fakes the three, goes over to Schoberg. She'll pull the trigger. Left it short. Morrow skies for the offensive board.
She's done a nice job here in the early going, anticipating where the ball is coming off the rim and saving some possessions.
Swing it around the horn. Castoni is off the back iron. Jandro fights with Garling. It's going to go off of Sadie Garling and stay with Presque. Jada Murray is in for St. Pierre. 3:22 left first quarter. Presque up 10-7. Schoberg. Castoni, they swing it to Jandro. Castoni kept it alive. Her and Thompson tie up. It's still loose. Castoni has it. Finds Morrow. She'll cross over in the lane. Tough shot put up. And another foul call right now. Presque just a little bit, maybe a step quicker to the basketball.
They certainly are. Just outworking the Purple Panthers right now. Again, Libby Morrow that time. She had 2 nice offensive rebounds to keep possessions alive. Gets herself a trip to the free throw line here. Gets the first one to go. And the thing is, Stevie, they're handling the pressure right now, and they're able to get it out of those double teams. And once you do, you're going to create some opportunities for you. Just going to have to maybe knock down a few more.
Garling. Go over to Saucier. Backdoor feed, looking for Garling off her left hand. Over to Presque, and the man-to-man defense for Presque right now, causing some turnovers.
Well, they've done a nice job, and Waterville trying to go backdoor a couple times, just leading in the pass too far, creating the turnovers.
60-second timeout. We'll take 30 seconds, 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Presque up 11-7. We're back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell. 4-point advantage for Presque. They have the basketball. Castoni over to Jandro. Will break the pressure. Thompson on her. Castoni, they work it around to Schoberg. Thought about the three. Said takes one dribble, then pulls up. Can't connect there. Jandro chases down the rebound, tries to find Morrow, and then reaching in was Libby Morrow, commits the foul.
It was really the first time that Waterville's been able to turn Presque over in the half court.
Seen a little bit of frustration from Waterville, though, here in the first quarter.
A little bit. Good timeout there by Coach Roderick. Let's look for, in the timeout, he wanted somebody to set a screen at the foul line. Right here, we see Martin and then roll. He wanted to get the roll. They couldn't get her the ball that time, but
2:17 remaining. Presque up 11-7. Waterville with the basketball. It's Murray, guarded by Schoberg. Tries to lob it underneath for Martin. Pass came up short, and then Martin's going to be called for the pushing foul.
As you say, Schoberg just got enough of it to slow up the pass, and then Morrow was able to step in.
Pardon me, random question for an official. You are an official. Now,
Don't make it hard.
Since Waterville is purple, it's the same thing with Caribou as maroon. They they consider them to be red, and then Waterville as blue. Is that because
syllables?
You can't have syllables? Okay, that's fair enough. That's what I was just wondering. Can't keep it difficult for the officials like you, Bobby.
Exactly. Small words.
Garling at the elbow. After the turnover by Presque, Waterville with possession. Thompson with it at the right elbow, drives right, attacks the glass, and a foul called on Kinney.
Well, that was a nice, strong attack there. Kinney did a nice job moving her feet, but reached in at the last second, causing the foul. Good, strong rip, though, by Thompson.
So it's Thompson at the charity stripe. Makes the first. This is the second. It's going to be called for the violation, though.
Well, knew it was off, a little bit left. You see, ball came right down to her. Coach Rodrigue was saying she has just such great timing and a knack for where the rebound is. Got to wait till it hits the rim, though.
Yep. Schoberg and Castoni in the backcourt.
We see a little change up here, Stevie. He didn't use the 2-2-1. They backed it off. Looked like a 1-3-1 maybe. Now they fall back into the 2-3 zone.
Jandro misses the three-pointer. Thompson with a board. Murray. Legassi is getting set to check in. Saucier left open. She connects.
Big bucket there. The Ryder did a nice job hedging, but when she left, it left her wide open.
Castoni able to get it in. Leading by 1. 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Schoberg. Castoni.
Beautiful job handling the pressure.
Yep.
10 seconds really is a long time. Don't hurry it. Use the pass.
In the short corner, Ryder up top. Castoni for the triple. She buries it.
Well, it's been a while since they've knocked one down. But again, it's all created from handling the pressure.
Garling will bounce it over to Given. Guarded by Ryder. Screen set by Thompson on the screen and roll. Kinney overzealous on the defensive end. Thompson blows by her. Can't finish underneath. And Schoberg clears it. 15 seconds remaining.
Big rebound there by Schoberg in traffic.
10 seconds left. Jandro in the corner. They close out on her, and a foul is going to go on Lindsey Given. That's a 15 foul.
Nice recognition by Jandro. The defender Given was there. Wasn't going to be able to get the shot off. Knew immediately she had to take the drive. You see the Wildcats like to run that play to get the three-point shot in the corner, but adapted.
They throw it into Schoberg. Right back to Castoni. Her three-pointer on the way. Knocks down 2 in a row. And that's how the first quarter will end. Presque holding a 17-10 advantage. We're back for the second quarter after this on WHOU.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12-passenger limousines and a 20-passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael with Bobby Russell, Ricky Goupel on the camera, Tim Youngfellow, our producer. Schoberg with it. Tried to find Legassi off her fingertips, and the pressure defense out of the quarter break causes a turnover.
Well, picked up the dribble out in the middle of the floor. Tough spot.
Driving left is Murray.
Look a little bit like Shaq used to. Back him down. He used to throw it down too, but she gets it to go.
Cuts the lead to 5. It's Murray's first points. Now another steal.
That's three turnovers here in the last few possessions.
Murray, that's a 2 if it falls. Comes up short. Thompson chases down the offensive board. A bit of energy coming out of the quarter break for the Purple Panthers.
Well, it is, and you got their crowd right underneath us. You can feel their energy as well.
Thompson in the lane, bounces it to Murray. Now St. Pierre. Lagasse trying to play the passing lane there. Socher will hold on to it. Murray crosses over, pulls up from 10, too strong. Rebound tipped, kept alive by St. Pierre. Will kick it out to Thompson. They work it around the horn to Murray. Underneath, pass intercepted by Rebecca Ryder.
Nice job moving her feet, getting around, fronting the post. Right there to receive that pass.
Schoberg for 3. Can't connect. Castoni tried to save it. She couldn't do so, but great hustle. So 17-12. Presque leading. 6:20 to go first half. Garling back in there. Misses the 3. Rebound fought for. Comes down to Riley Kinney. Looking for a teammate, finds Morrow at the center of the floor, and now Schoberg. Got to break the center court line, and that'll be a 10-second violation.
I mentioned earlier, 10 seconds is a long time, but you got to be able to feel it as well. Certainly could feel that violation coming on. A little bit of a hard time. Kinney wasn't able to really get the outlet pass, burned up a few seconds there. So the thing is, the Wildcats handled the pressure in the first quarter quite nicely. Start of the second quarter here, we've seen a few more turnovers. Going to have to settle back in.
Sadie Garling, the leading scorer for Waterville, as we get a team control call on Callie Thompson.
Yeah, just a little bit of movement. Get the advantage a little on the screen and roll.
Leading scorer for Presque 7 from Maggie Castoni. Inbounds play comes to Jondro. Now Castoni in the backcourt. She was able to break the press pretty much by herself quite a few times in that first quarter. And now Schoberg will give off to Castoni. Jondro's pass intended for Morrow was tipped, and then Morrow commits the foul by bumping into Murray.
Good time there. Right idea. Trying to get it into Morrow, but bounce pass.
Ryder is in for Morrow, as that was her second foul. Team's 4th. First game of our doubleheader on WHOU. The boys' game will follow this one. St. Pierre crosses over, will go out to Murray. Now a three-pointer on the way from Given. Hits the front of the iron. And the rebound down to Schoberg. In transition, they find Castoni. Out to Jondro. Castoni blows by Thompson. Shot put up was too strong off the window. And then Thompson strongly rips down the board. Back the other way comes Murray around Schoberg. Called for the travel.
Did a nice job of getting around Schoberg, but he was whistled for a travel violation. The coach getting an explanation. He seems okay with it.
Yep. Accepted it as Castoni trapped along the sideline. That's exactly what Waterville wanted. The ball will be saved from going out along the end line by Jondro. They find Murray, blocked by Kinney. Gets the rebound. Now Garling for 3. That one falls.
You can feel it. You said you can feel the momentum shifting here. And Waterville drains that 3. Beautiful block by Kinney, but they're starting to create a few more turnovers. The Wildcats really going to have to settle in.
Schoberg over to Jondro. Castoni lobs it to Kinney. Able to hold on to it, but the trap creates the turnover once again. And Waterville in a one-possession ball game. They trailed by 7 at the end of the first quarter, and Jondro will be called for the foul. Bumping into Garling.
And Coach Hudson gets up, and as soon as the foul's reported, they're going to get a 60-second timeout.
We'll get a 60-second timeout also. Presque up by 2. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need. Pioneer Broadband.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. countyfcu.org.
Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell at Presque High School. Wildcats lead by 2 over Waterville, but a 5-0 run to start this second quarter for the Purple Panthers. St. Pierre tried to find Given, pass was behind her. Now Jonder with a 2-on-1, tried to bounce to Castoni, but St. Pierre providing the defense. Now back the other way comes Garling, got caught underneath the basket. Thompson didn't quit on the play, able to lay it up and in and tied at 17.
Absolutely. What beautiful defense, though, by, you said it was St. Pierre that got the steal. It was a 2-on-1 break. Defended that perfectly.
Schoberg over to Jondro in the corner, tied at 17. 3:35 to play first half. Schoberg catch and shoot from the top of the key. She answers with a 3.
Much needed basket there for the Wildcats.
Schoberg's first points of the afternoon. And Schoberg comes away with the steal. Trying to get around Murray. Left hand all the way to the basket. High off the window, doesn't go. Kinney looking for the putback, can't get it to go. Fights with Thompson. Garling tries to rip it away, and then Thompson's going to be called for the foul. Looks like she might have gotten.
It looks like she got the worst end of that.
She got popped in the mouth, but the foul does go on Thompson. It's her second, team 7th, as Meg Cassavant will check in for Ryder. Kinney with a 1-and-1 makes the first.
The silence
Very
in the gymnasium.
Respectful patrons on both sides.
For now.
Yeah, exactly. Misses the second, though. Rebound fought for. Given and Castoni tie up, but Given able to come away with possession. And back the other way comes St. Pierre. Castoni. St. Pierre retains possession. Now Murray, the jumper on the way, is off to the right. It goes off of Jondro. It'll stay with Waterville. It's fortunate. I mean, we got Ricky up here. He's the loudest one of the bunch in the student section.
So we quiet him down tonight. The administrators won't have to worry about any shenanigans.
St. Pierre out to Garling. Screen set, gets in the lane, shot rejected by Kinney. Go right down underneath the number 21, Maines, who's checked into the game. And now Cassavant will be called for the block.
Just enough of the hip to get her to fall. Still no 1-on-1 yet, just the 6 team. So from here on out.
Saussure in for Maines. Garling trying to find a teammate. Finds one in St. Pierre. Bobbled it, lost the handle, and stolen away by Faith Schoberg, the sophomore. Up with the left hand. Puts it up and in.
Oh, we talk about the pressure that Waterville's putting on and Presque turn it over. Waterville's turned it over a fair share for themselves, and that time Schoberg, she's created a few turnovers up front and able to connect.
Presque answers the 7-0 run by Waterville with a 6-0 run of their own. Underneath to Given, gets around Kinney, finds St. Pierre, her jumper rattles in.
That's a nice find. She got caught underneath the basket there, but St. Pierre is spotted up.
Stops the run for Presque. Castoni will inbound it to Cassavant. They'll find Schoberg. Schoberg picks a dribble up, locates Kinney. Drives right, now she's trapped. Finds Cassavant. Pass is deflected by St. Pierre, and then chasing down the basketball. Cassavant bumps into Murray, and that'll be free throws now for Waterville.
So we're going to walk the other end of the floor.
Minute 45 left in the first half. Murray banks in the front end of the 1-and-1.
Extra hours today. Talking to Coach Rodrigue before the game, though, he said we only shoot about 50% as a team. We got to do a little better at that.
Well, she shot 50% from the line right there. Goes 1 for 2. Schoberg, little hesitation dribble, trapped in a real bad spot. And then coming away with the steal is Murray. Up the right side, jump stop. Ball was deflected by Custoni, but still able to find its way through the basket.
A great concentration that time by Murray. You're right, Custoni did get her hand in there, but still able to finish through that.
So we had a 7-0 run for Waterville, 6-0 run for Presque Isle, and now another 5-0 run for Waterville. Schoberg, Custoni at the mid post, took a bump from Given, they let him play, and that'll head the other way to Waterville.
There's no room to go there, and say there's a little bit of contact, but couldn't deliver a pass.
As we approach 1 minute to play in this second quarter. Presque Isle leading by 1, Waterville with the basketball. St. Pierre gets a screen from Given, pulls up for 3, off the mark, long rebound tracked down, and we're going to have a foul call on, I believe, St. Pierre.
They're just a little too aggressive there. Custoni beat her to the spot. Right idea, though, to follow your shot. Just wasn't quick enough. It's her second foul.
Kira Gilman will check in. Custoni at the line. Makes the first.
We talk about free throws. I'm going to mention it again, Stevie. How about last night's performance? Macy Beals, overtime, 12 for 12. Phenomenal.
Helps head coach Dylan Kingsbury sleep a little bit better at night.
Custoni with a pair for herself.
3-point advantage for the Wildcats. Waterville with the basketball. That's Gilman. Finds Garling. Still loose. Garling keeps possession near midcourt. Jandro, just a freshman.
And she's done a nice job on Garling here in the first half.
Garling with 8 points. Let's see if Waterville looks for the last shot here with just 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Backdoor feed, trying to find Murray off of Saussure, and that'll sail out of play and be Presque Isle ball.
Well, they've had that opportunity 3 or 4 times here in this first half, being able to go backdoor, and they just haven't been able to deliver the pass. And good time there was a couple Panthers that unable to bring it in.
Schoberg into the front court. Not in a good spot right now once again, and Murray with the steal as it went through the wickets of Custoni, and Murray will lay it up and in.
Yeah, she did exactly what Waterville wanted her to do that time, just dribble over and stop on the sideline and use sideline and half court as the extra defender. Gave up the 2 easy ones, but still maintaining the 1-point lead going into halftime.
Yeah, Presque Isle with a 25-24 lead right now over the Waterville Purple Panthers, and well, it was Presque Isle. Really, they didn't control that half. They led for a good portion of it. They led by 7 at the end of the first quarter. Waterville, though, made a run to tie it up at 17. And, well, we got a 1-point game at the half. Bobby should have a great second half.
We should. And Presque Isle did a real good job in the early going, especially throughout the first quarter, of handling the pressure. The second quarter, Waterville starting to wear them down a little bit more, and it created a few more turnovers. And that's what they want to do, is get out, let the defense create some offense and get some of those high percentage shots. In the half court, Presque Isle's done a real nice job in the half court of slowing Waterville down. It's just the turnovers that are creating the offense for the Purple Panthers.
So the score at the half, 25-24, Presque leading. We will be back in 3 minutes for our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show after this on WHOU.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael with Bobby Russell. 25-24 is the lead for Presque at the half on our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. And, well, Bobby, that first half is, I'll go over some scoring numbers real quick. For Waterville, they were led by Sadie Garling with 8. Jada Murray had 7. 4 from Paige St. Pierre. Callie Thompson with 3 and Abby Saucier with 2. The other side for Presque Isle, led by Maggie Castoni with 9. Faith Schoberg had 5. Anna Jondro, Libby Morrow, and Riley Kinney all with 3. And then Rebecca Ryder with 2. And a bit unusual here, as you see, Waterville didn't go to the locker room. They parked themselves right here on the bench, and that's where their halftime meeting will go. That's a bit unusual. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I can't say that I have, but you know, whatever works for them. I don't think you can argue with the results they've had over the last year or so. The dressing room is a bit out of the way here for them. You got to go up to the other gym and up the stairs. But
well, I did run into some Waterville fans as I was making my way down.
Did they recognize you?
Downstairs. No, but they looked at me and they go, "Where are the restrooms?" And I'm thinking, well, you got to go out the right side of the gym. You got to go down a flight of stairs. You got to take a left, go down that long hallway, go to the right, and they're on your left. And but that's the men's. You see the men's, you got to go take another right, and then another left, and then the women's is there. And they were like, this is a very difficult school to go around. I said, yeah, it can be. But now they were able to find their way, so they were fortunate.
It's just their first trip.
Yeah,
it's their first trip. They'll be back next year as well.
They will.
Two-year cycle.
But the first half, looking at Waterville, I say just our first chance to really get a look at them this year. We did their game last year when they played MDI in the Northern Maine Final, and we were impressed with what we saw there. But you can see the athleticism, and talking to head coach Jeff Hudson for Presque said, we can't play a junk defense. You hear everything about Sadie Garling, but they have too much talent to do a box and one because the other players, they'll kill us.
Well, they certainly do have a lot of talent, and they go 9 deep, 7 deep for sure, but they have played 9 players here this afternoon, and they are loaded. 18-0 regular season last year, started out 2-0 this year. Everybody's put the target on their back, with the wealth of talent they've brought back, the entire roster, as being the favorite in the Class B North Regional. And they're going to get everybody's best shot on every given night. And talking to Coach Rodrigue before the game, he said, we understand that. And, we can't take nights off either. We can't just assume we're going to win because we did last year. He said there was six games, I believe it was, 6 or 8 games last year that they won that were 5 to 8 points. He said, we could have easily lost those, and we have to take every game for what it is. We can't look past anybody, and Presque right now giving them their best shot here in the first half and holding on to that 1-point lead. They looked a little more comfortable, did the Wildcats, in the first quarter than the second quarter. Created a few more turnovers in that second quarter, which also gave Waterville 14 points instead of the 10 that they had in the first quarter. So Presque is going to have to take care of the basketball. And that's what the defense wants you to do. You got to fight that and not get sped up too much and get yourself into trouble. We saw a couple times where the ball handler picked up the dribble just over half court. That's exactly what the defense wants you to do. You got to keep the ball moving, and you'll create numbers and advantages for yourself if you can get it away from the double team.
A couple score updates for you down in Herman. The Hawks right now lead Holton 35-18 in the third quarter. The boys game will follow that one. Caribou picked up the double-digit victory over Winslow on the boys' side. So Winslow drops their first game of the year. They go to 2-1. The Caribou boys, the defending state champions, they go to 3-0. Their next game is on Monday, where they play down at Alumni Gymnasium. They'll take on the Holton Shiretowner. So it'll be a good game to watch the Caribou team, as last year it was Isaac Marku who
fourth quarter?
Went nuts in the fourth quarter. To
17 or 19? I think it was 19 points in the fourth quarter. They were down 20 at one point.
Yep.
The Vikings were, and came back to get the win down there.
So you have 2 of the better players in all of Class B with Keegan Gentle and Parker Depre to do battle. That game is on Monday. Reminder to that WHOU will have the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame Classic that is happening on the 27th and the 28th. Those are at the Cross Insurance Center. There's only one county team there. It's Fort Fairfield. Some teams give up a home game to be able to play on the Cross Insurance Center floor. Those are going to be pay-for subscription-based, so if you get your subscription to WHOU, you'll have all access to all the games you do, not just the Classic, but when we do soccer, we do hockey, we do football, all those games. Regular season basketball, though, is free to view, but except for the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame Classic, but be sure to tune in for that. 16 games in 2 days. A lot of basketball.
It's a big undertaking.
We'll be there.
Sure. Last year they had a little bit of unfortunate weather.
Yes.
That postponed some of the games, or were unable to play some of the games, but hopefully we don't have to deal with that this year.
We get set to begin the third quarter. Presque leading 25-24. Waterville will start with Garling, Martin, Given, St. Pierre, and Murray. The Wildcats with Jondro, Morrow, Schoberg, Costoni, and Ryder. Underneath, looking for Martin, as she was plagued with foul trouble in that first half. Garling. Underneath, tried to find Murray through her hands. Fortunately for Waterville, went right to Given, but she dragged her pivot foot, and that'll be a turnover to the Wildcats.
Yeah, when she got the ball just a little bit off balance and had to take the extra step. And we see a little bit of change up here, Stevie.
Instead of a zone press, looks like it's man-to-man.
And I wonder if it's just initially off the inbounds, they're matched up man-to-man. They have one safety back. which is Saucier.
Inbound to Schoberg, a quick reversal to Castoni.
And then you see they do fall back into the 2-2-1, but a little bit more pressure on the denial.
Schoberg bounces it to Ryder. Center of the floor to Morrow. Now Castoni finds a gap, pulls up from mid-range. No good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Lindsey Given of Waterville. Murray. Morrow's done a great job of guarding Martin in the post, but underneath there, that's Given. Found an opening. She'll lay it up and in for her first points, and Waterville goes up by 1.
That's their first lead in a long time. They started out with the quick 7 points.
Ball tied up cleanly. Given that time got her hands on the basketball. It'll stay with Presque. Schoberg finds Morrow inside the lane. Keeps her pivot foot still. Now Castoni for 3, rattles it in.
Ooh, the Waterville faithful were looking for a little bit of a push-off from Morrow. They didn't get it, and Castoni drills it.
Back and forth we go. Presque retakes the 2-point advantage. Garling across the arc.
Jandro's done a nice job on her.
St. Pierre. Euro step, fakes the pass and lays it in. Oh, beautiful play from St. Pierre.
Yeah, a little smile afterwards. That was a beautiful play. Just the look away, enough to create the defense and the wide open layup. And then they create the 5-second violation. So a changeup. They had been allowing the ball to come in. Now they're face guarding, making it a little tougher for the entry.
Tied at 28. Underneath, Murray. Can't finish. Morrow clears it. Now Castoni tries to get away from traffic. 5:55 on the clock in the third quarter. Castoni at the right elbow. Lobs it near side. Schoberg knocks down the 3.
Woo! Big bucket there. Just use the bounce to free yourself up.
Quickly back the other way. Murray is bumped. Finishes with contact. And she'll head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, you got to see the basketball. Waterville's coming right back at you. Jada Murray draws the foul on Faith Schoberg that time.
Kinney is in for Ryder. Murray misses the free throw, so Presque retains their 1-point lead. Castoni trying to get around Garling. She does. Lobs it to Jandro. They work it around the horn. Castoni lets it fly. Buries another one.
One more pass. Schoberg delivers it to the wing. Defense was there, just didn't close out in time.
15 points for Castoni as Kinney will be called for the foul and Given will head to the line. And Waterville with the quick counterattack, even on a made basket.
They do not waste any time getting back up the floor. You got to turn around. You got to slow down the basketball. Given's been the recipient of a couple times on that left side of the floor. The other thing they're doing is make or miss this free throw here. They're still getting into their pressure defense. A lot of times you see teams just press on makes. Doesn't matter to Waterville.
Given goes 1 of 2. Long rebound tracked down by St. Pierre. Murray gets a screen from Given. Bounces it to St. Pierre. Now Martin drives baseline. Finds Given near baseline. Her jumper gets the shooter's touch.
Well, she hadn't scored till the third quarter, but she's picked up some offense now.
1-point lead for Presque. Jandro is fouled by St. Pierre. That'll be her third, the team's first of the second half. But St. Pierre now in a bit of foul trouble. As Thompson will check in for her. Thompson also playing with 2 fouls. And Martin also has 2 for the Purple Panthers. Schoberg and Castoni in the backcourt. Castoni into the front court. Morrow swings it to Schoberg. Launches. Connects.
Nice find there. Morrow goes down coming out of the pack here. I don't think they recognize it yet, but great find there by Schoberg, able to catch and just release it.
Garland can't answer as that one popped out. off of Waterville as Morrow still a bit shaken up.
I'm not sure if she got tangled up, rolled an ankle, but didn't come out of the pack like she normally would.
Castoni finds Schoberg, looking for Kinney, deflected and stolen away. At the free throw line, it's Murray, lobs it to Garling, catches and finishes.
Nice find. They're always attacking the hoop.
37-35. Jandro goes back to Castoni. Still in the backcourt. Pressure defense from the Panthers. Schoberg to Kinney, swings it to Castoni. Lob pass for Schoberg. They close out on her quickly. Back to Castoni, pulls up for three, deflected by Garling, and now she has it. 2-on-1 with Thompson. Garling, beautiful bounce pass. Thompson can't finish. Gets the miss though. And now they find Given for the lead. Can't get it to go. And Jandro will clear it for the Wildcats. 37-35.
A couple opportunities there for Waterville.
Presque leading. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Pass was a bit low, intended for Kinney. Thompson going to be called for the travel as she rolled over.
Exactly what it was. She was fine until turned the body.
Saussure is in for Given. Maggie had Schoberg, finally able to get it to her. Schoberg, left-hand dribble, throws it at the sneaker of Jandro. And looks like head coach Jeff Hudson
didn't like what he saw there, and it's a little bit of a bobbled handoff. And good timeout.
He'll call a 30-second timeout. So, yeah, as you mentioned, Presque, so they got off to the hot start, and you know, we've talked about it early in the season. When Presque does get off to the hot shooting start and they don't fall behind, they seem to be able to be more competitive with teams. As you know, Old Town, I don't think they started out very well against Old Town. Of course, it was only a week ago, but against Holton, they did start out very well.
They did. And when they make their first few attempts, they get them to go especially from behind the arc. They always seem to just play with that much more confidence, and that's exactly what's happened here today. And we talked at the onset, Jandro, Schoberg, and Castoni really have to handle the pressure, and for the most part, they have.
Yeah, Castoni and Schoberg both in double figures. 26 points combined between the two of them. The Presque's 37. Jandro with just 3. Misses the three-pointer there. Kinney looking for the putback, left it short. And Martin will clear it for Waterville. 2:50 remaining third quarter. Lob pass, Saussure along the baseline. Shut off by Ryder. Top, looking for Garling. Pass was a bit too high for her to handle. And the steal. It's Castoni up the right side. No numbers and carried the basketball. And it'll go right back over to Waterville.
Yeah, going just a little bit too fast to do what she was trying to do, and looked like maybe an inside-out dribble and just kind of got it caught underneath the hand.
Saussure over to Garling, right back to her. Morrow supplying the defense. Thompson cuts back door. They can't get it to her. They get it to Garling, though. Wraparound pass for Thompson. Schoberg deflects it. Thompson's still with it.
That was a great find by Garling to find Thompson. Even better job by Schoberg to get a piece of the ball, and then they get the ball back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Thompson tried to find Garling, but it sailed over her head. And Presque with the basketball. Into Schoberg. Has some momentum. Along the baseline. Pulls up for the jumper. No good off of Kinney. And that'll be Waterville basketball with 2:01 left in the third quarter.
Wildcats have done a nice job clinging to this lead. Jandro, great anticipation.
All the way to the basket. Jandro too strong off the window. Back the other way. Garling. Saussure for 3. No good. Garling on the weak side, and she's fouled by Jandro. That will be number 2 on the freshman. Garling, tough catch and finish in traffic.
It sure was. Nice curl through the middle of the lane. And great recognition of where she was on the floor. Momentum almost took her from into behind the backboard, but able to get it to go.
She's up to 12 points, and we're tied at 37. Morrow throws it out to Castoni. Jandro near side. Morrow inside the lane. Gets a step on Martin and able to bank it home.
Well, the entire defense had shifted to this left side of the floor, and when Morrow turned and drove down the right side, there was nobody to help.
Presque retakes the lead. Martin, backdoor feed for Garling. Couldn't put enough English on it to spin it home.
But they do a nice job of going backdoor and being able to find the cutter.
Jandro, near sideline.
They get the
leave her open. Her three-pointer was too strong.
Well, they got a good look there. I was just wondering if they could maybe get it to Riley Kinney and have her reverse the ball to that wing where Castoni was.
Garling, nice. Oh, I thought Martin was going to come down with that, but couldn't
sure
quite.
Looked like she was almost going to be able to get the handle on that. Just missed.
She did a nice job just to have a chance at that pass. But the tie-up will send it over to Presque as Lagasse checks in for Schoberg with 18 seconds left in the third quarter.
Like the substitutions. You can get the 18.4 plus the timeout. She'll be back in to start the fourth quarter.
Kinney
nice pass.
Bounces it to Morrow, and she'll lay it in.
Great find there, Riley Kinney. Libby Morrow running the break.
Screen set by Thompson. Socher finds Thompson. She puts it up, no good, and that'll do it for 3 quarters of play. Presque still with the lead, 41-37. We got a good finish coming up for you. We're back for the fourth quarter in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell, Ricky Goupel on the camera, Tim Youngfellow, our producer, back at the station. Presque leading by 4 as we get set to begin the final stanza. Waterville with possession. They go to Given underneath, and as she went to turn to attack, called for the travel.
Could call it a shuffle of the feet, a little hop, but didn't get the ball down before both feet moved.
Jandro thought about the baseball pass, throws it to space. Castoni tracks it down.
It was not backcourt. She had 1 foot in the front court, 1 foot in the backcourt. Everybody gets riled up about that, but that was not a backcourt.
Rebound down to Martin off the miss from Castoni. Garling in transition. Jandro recovers defensively. Martin steps into a triple, buries it.
Momentum going to the basket.
Maddie Martin's first points. In the backcourt, got to find a teammate. Finding
10 seconds is getting close, but they
break the count. Morrow, post move up with the left hand, doesn't go. Trying to get her own miss. Her and Given tie up, and possession arrow favors Presque.
Like the aggressiveness of Libby Morrow on the offensive end. Time recognized where she was and where the defense was, turned to the left side in the middle of the lane where it was wide open. And nice look, but just couldn't get it to fall.
Castoni to Kinney, and now Jandro for 3. Can't bank it home, and the rebound comes down to Martin. 41-40, a minute gone in this fourth quarter. Martin can't get that one to go. Long rebound as Murray tried to save it, couldn't do so.
That was another one just like she had knocked down in the previous possession where she stepped into it. That one comes up a little bit short. They're still applying that pressure. Going to go four full quarters with the pressure defense, and we'll have to see, will the Wildcat legs still be there?
So Jondro's baseball pass didn't make it in play, and Waterville will take possession. Trailing by 1. Little pick and roll. Kinney steals the pass intended for Martin.
Well, it's no surprise. They've been running that screen and roll out there on the wing all game long, and Kinney defends it beautifully.
Jondro with it. Goes to Kinney. Backdoor feed to Morrow. Up with it for 2.
Beautiful. When you get the ball in the center of that zone, a lot of good things happen. Morrow in the short corner steps in from the nice feed from Kinney.
43-30. Still a one-possession ball game. Been a close game throughout. The biggest lead for Presque was 7. As the pass goes off of the knee of Kinney and scooped up by Schoberg. Nobody picked her up. She pulls up from 3. That's off the mark. And the board down to Given.
That'd have been a big bucket if that one had fallen.
Socher bounces it to St. Pierre. Finds Murray, and we're going to get a block call on Castoni. Thompson and Garling check back in for Waterville.
That doesn't happen in the nation.
St. Pierre attacks off the dribble to the basket. Couldn't finish. Kinney clears it. St. Pierre reaching in, commits her 4th foul.
She knew it. She knew it immediately. It's like she's going to stay on the floor or not. Given is getting up.
Castoni will inbound. Find Jondro up the sideline, reverses it to Castoni, now on the near side to Schoberg. Castoni still with it. Now Schoberg still in the center of the floor. They go to Kinney, will swing it to Schoberg, catches, launches, misses. Rebound tip, Jondro pokes it to the backcourt. Nobody gained possession, so it's not a backcourt violation. Find Morrow. She's into the front court. Goes to Jondro in the corner. Presque leading 43-40. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Morrow with a left hand. Doesn't go.
That's a couple times she's had some nice looks down there. Just can't get it to fall.
Garling left wide open for 3. Left it short. Thompson will give him another crack at it. Garling, the runner, can't bank it home. And Kinney has it for Presque.
And the Wildcats doing a nice job controlling the glass and being strong with the basketball once they get their hands on it.
Jondro, pass deflected by Thompson. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
That's what they're going to have to do is make sure they block out when they get the ball. They know Waterville's coming at them. Be strong with it. Don't let them take it away from you.
Schoberg. Now Jondro. Morrow. Pass intercepted by Given. We're just about halfway through the fourth. Wildcats still holding on to a 3-point lead. Jondro on the reach and commits the foul.
It's only going to be the 5th on Presque in this second half.
3rd on Jondro. Curling to the rim was Thompson with a catch in the lay-in.
Boy, they do that so well. See a lot of screen and rolls and back doors. That time was a curl. Thompson the recipient.
Castoni open for three. That's way too strong, but Morrow there looking for the putback. That wouldn't go either. And now Waterville can take the lead with a basket here. It's Murray. Pulls up for the jumper. Doesn't fall. Castoni trying to corral it. She does. And back up the right sideline. And we got a block call here on Given.
And that's only the third on Waterville this second half. The threes haven't been dropping for the Wildcats. And Libby Morrow's done a nice job inside. And she's had a little trouble getting them to fall for her. Just a couple of those to go.
Morrow up top. Schoberg has a clean look. Buries it. Big bucket.
Have faith, Stevie!
4-point lead for Presque. Murray.
Oh, nice job by Morrow anticipating. See if the Wildcats can keep the ball moving. Riley Kinney at the high post is a key here. Get it out of the corner. Then get it in there and keep the ball moving.
Castoni's off the mark there. Kinney is fouled by Given.
Still no free throws.
2:49 on the clock. Presque leading 46-42. St. Pierre with her 4 fouls will check in. That was the third on Given. And Waterville's 4th foul. Schoberg locates Castoni. Lobs it underneath to Schoberg. Got bumped by Thompson with a body.
She was just a little bit late reacting to it. No question. Don't usually see Faith Schoberg looking for the ball in the post, but that time they got it to her and draws the 3rd foul on Thompson.
Now Castoni will inbound. Finds Morrow, cutting to the rim, misses the lay-in.
Oh, what a great opportunity. Slipped through the fingertips.
St. Pierre, quick to the rim, gets fouled by Kinney.
And again, we mentioned, you can't turn your back to the basketball because Waterville's coming at you. Paige St. Pierre attacking the hoop. She didn't stay on the bench very long with those 4 fouls.
St. Pierre makes the first. She's up to 7 points. Misses the second. Morrow.
Again, nice job being strong with the basketball, pivoting around.
Still just a it's been a one-possession ball game for quite some time. As we get a timeout called by head coach Jeff Hudson. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 46-43, Presque leading. 2:26 to go in the 4th quarter. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
The S.W. Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the S.W. Collins Company.
Back at Presque High School, Steve Carmichael and Bobby Russell with you. Presque with the basketball and the 3-point lead as we resume play in the 4th quarter. 2:20 remaining. Morrow will go up high to Castoni. Gets tripped up by St. Pierre, and that's going to be number 5 on her. She will foul out with 7 points.
One of those incidental contact, but didn't really mean to, but certainly the player goes down, they have to call the foul. resulting in her 5th, but still no free throws. That's only the 16th foul. They're lining up. But
did you just see what Prescott tried? Schoberg was stepping to the free throw line, although Castoni was the one that got fouled.
Little gamesmanship.
They inbound it to Castoni. Morrow drives baseline. Thompson, she's triple teamed, ball's loose, and stolen by Thompson. Back the other way. They find Socher in the corner. Up top, Martin lets it fly. Can't tie it up as the 3 came up short, and a foul.
Travel violation is trying down to the floor.
Trying to find the official that called it. It was on the far side, so it's a travel.
That was an unfortunate break there.
Yes.
She just got her feet tangled up.
Yeah, right call. Pass fought for here. Both officials will talk about it and keep it with Waterville. Garling will find Murray. Right back to Garling. Her three-pointer on the way. That's off the mark. Murray the board will give Waterville a 3rd crack at it. And then Jondro comes away with a steal. Back the other way, and a Jondro for 2.
The second time she's gotten out on the open floor. First time couldn't connect. The second one does. Makes it a 2-possession game now, Stevie.
90 seconds remaining. The Wildcats lead by 5. Martin with it across the arc. Left-handed pass. Beautiful look for Thompson. High off the window, just couldn't finish.
A great opportunity. You notice the calmness over Waterville, though? The experience they have. They just attacked, got the ball where it needed to go, but Thompson couldn't connect.
Jondro with it on the near sideline. Lobs it over to Castoni as we approach 60 seconds remaining and the Wildcats leading by 5.
They can keep the ball moving, Stevie. They're really overplaying. Could be somebody go back door here.
Jondro near midcourt.
Ooh, and she, I don't know, it looked like she might have stepped on the line.
And a foul on Socher. Jondro's right foot was awfully close to the...
We're on a little bit of a time delay here. We'll watch on your computer screen, but yeah, I think it was maybe on the ink. There's so much happening out there at that time.
But Faith Schoberg is at the line. Makes the first.
This one here would be real huge, Stevie. It'd be 3 possessions.
Schoberg makes 2. It just came across my computer screen. Her right ankle, I think, was elevated enough where it did not make contact with the line.
All right. We heard it here.
Murray throws it away, stolen by Kinney, and they give it to Faith Schoberg. Prescott up by 7 with 35 seconds remaining. Prescott wants the basketball in the hands of Faith Schoberg as her...
It's a matter of making free throws right now. Being strong with the basketball, knock down your free throws. We saw it last night with Macy Beals. Tonight, Faith Schoberg, point guard for both teams, stepping to the line. She's knocked down 3 huge ones here.
Her free throw prowess is well documented as she goes 4 of 4 so far in the 4th quarter. She's competed around the country in free throw competitions. A long 3-pointer on the way from Socher is no good.
Rebound the ball like Castoni did, and then draw the foul. So the Wildcats, I won't say it's completely sealed, but it's certainly looking good for them. 9-point lead, 24.5 seconds left. What a point-worthy win this will be.
Castoni misses the first, and the rebound down to Waterville. Socher with it into the front court. 18 seconds remaining.
And if you're Presque, don't foul. Let them take the shot. Maybe contest a little bit.
Martin buries the triple to make it a 6-point game, and Waterville calls a quick 60-second timeout with 13 seconds remaining. And yeah, as you mentioned, Bobby, for Presque right now, it comes down to free throw conversion and not committing a turnover, because you know Waterville is coming out with their full court press.
Exactly right here. They're going to be face guard and they're going to be overplaying here. And if you can get it to face Schoberg's hands, but the other side of that is you can't be picky. You got to get the ball in bounds and then just be strong with it. You know they're coming at it. They're going to want to try to strip the ball away from you. Draw the foul, walk the other end, knock down your free throws, and Presque can seal the win.
So,
but on the other side, Waterville, we've seen them create turnovers, so by no means is it over. Presque has got to take care of the basketball because Waterville can put a turnover on you and a quick three-point basket just like that.
So Waterville has Thompson, Murray, Socher, Martin, and Garling. Presque with Castoni, Kinney, Jandro, Schoberg, and Mora.
It's almost worth going long because by the time, if they did steal it, but they do get it into Schoberg, but she holds on to it, they're going to get a jump ball.
Possession arrow favors Waterville, so that's as good as a
turnover. 3 seconds went off the clock. What I was getting at, though, is if they had thrown it long, by the time if Waterville actually had stolen it, they were still going to have to come back, get a shot off, and there's only 12.8 seconds left. A lot of time would have gone off the clock there. But they did get it into the hands of who they wanted it with Faye Schoberg.
Yep, but nice job by Waterville that time to draw the jump ball.
And recognize I don't need to foul. I can tie it up.
We're getting set now. There's 10 seconds remaining. Presque leading 52-46 over Waterville. Reminder, after this game, we will have a short break, and then you'll have to go to another link to find the Presque-Waterville boys matchup, which will start approximately 15 minutes after the finish of this game. It was scheduled to start at 4:30. It's 4:33, so running a bit behind schedule.
Yeah, I think it all started with the officials in the JV girls game. Well,
sometimes
got the day behind schedule.
I'm not sure if you think you get paid by the foul call or not, but that's what I'd like to know.
Well, there's a bonus in there. You don't know what my contract reads.
I don't. I can only imagine.
Top secret.
Presque breaks the huddle first.
And again, now for the Wildcats. You want to put some token pressure on, but you don't want to foul. Let them take the shot. Let them go to the basket or whatever it is they're going to do. Do not foul and be slow getting to the ball to take it out. Let some extra time go off the clock.
They get it into Martin. She pulls up for three. Comes up short. Thompson can't save it. So 6 seconds came off the clock. 4 seconds remaining. Presque up by 6. Castoni will throw it to Jandro. She gets it into the front court. And they'll let time expire, and Presque comes away with a 52-46 upset victory over the Waterville Purple Panthers. We will take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have our Pat's Pizza post-game guest after this on WHOU.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
Back on WHOU as we get set for our Pat's Pizza post-game show. The Presque Wildcats pick up the victory 52-46 over the Waterville Purple Panthers. The Wildcats move to 2-1 on the year. A very tough schedule to start out. They played Old Town, who they lost to in the season opener, but 2 victories over Holton and Waterville will be very heel point worthy come the end of the year. Right now, Bobby's standing courtside with head coach Jeff Hudson and Faith Schoberg. So, Bobby, when you're ready, go ahead, take it away.
Okay, Stevie, we got a couple guests here. Pat's Pizza post-game guests. We'll start first with Coach Hudson. Coach, you just said it's emotional. Big win like that here on the home floor.
I am emotional. I'm so proud of these guys. I mean, they played so hard. That's a great team we just beat. There's no question they're the best team in Eastern Maine. And I mean, we played right with it. We were tough. We made shots when we needed to. And I just really like the way they responded. The last 2 games, I've been really proud of them.
And talking to you, and after the first game, toughness was a key word. And in the last game and then today, you mentioned it a couple different times.
Yeah, we were physically tough today, and I thought more mentally tough. You know, in the third quarter, you know they're going to make a run, but we made some big baskets, and we broke the press and made some big shots. You know, Libby Morrow played the best game she's ever played as a Wildcat. So, I mean, a lot of these guys just played fantastic. I'm truly so proud of these guys.
Yeah, and you know that you knew coming in, Waterville was going to bring the 2-2-1 press at you, but your kids handled it. They were under composure a lot of times, and you're going to turn it over eventually or a few times, but for the most part, they really handled it.
Yeah, at the end of the game, you know, we turned it over at the beginning of the fourth, but then we made some easy baskets at the end. We got a little composure, and, you know, we told them all week what to expect, and they're for real. They're for real, but we did a great job against it. So.
Congratulations, Coach. Go enjoy that with your team.
All right, thank you.
Faith, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Coach, he's emotional. A big game. Waterville hadn't lost a regular season last year, and then they started undefeated this year. Talk about the last few days in preparing for him.
Yeah, I mean, Coach told us that he was going to make practice way harder than the game would be, so we could be prepared for that. And I think he just did a great job at making us there's no other game's going to be like, and prepare for everything that's going to go on. So we were really ready for that game.
And they certainly bring the pressure, but between you and Anna and Maggie, you really handled it well. And once they couldn't really turn you over some, it really turned in some offense for you when you got out of the double teams.
Yeah, we worked on handling pressure a lot in practice this week, so getting past that first part, after that it's easy. We can just get by there and do whatever you want with it.
And coming down the stretch, of course, your free throw prowess is well documented, but the ball was in your hands. You really sealed it with some free throws. What was going through your mind when you're stepping to the line, knowing that if you make these, really probably got a real good chance of winning?
I mean, my heart was beating really hard, but I mean, I knew that if I made those, it'd be a win basically, so I just really tried to lock down and get those in.
Well, you certainly did. Well, here's a gift from Pat's Pizza. Congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Back to you, Stevie.
All right, that was our Pat's Pizza post-game guest, head coach Jeff Hudson and Faith Schoberg. Some final numbers for you for Waterville, who dropped to 2-1. They were led by Sadie Garling with 12. Jada Murray had 9. Paige St. Pierre with 7. Maddie Martin with 6. Callie Thompson and Lindsay Given both with 5. And Abby Saucier with 2. Presque, who improves to 2-1, led by Faith Schoberg with 18. Maggie Castoni with 15. 9 from Libby Morrow. Anna Jandra with 5. Riley Kinney with 3. And Rebecca Ryder with 2. So the Wildcats pick up a big victory, but we still got one more on tap for you. It'll be Waterville and the Presque boys to do battle after a short break. So the Wildcat girls pick up the win 52-46. We're back soon for the boys game on WHOU.
Herring Brothers Meats has been in business in the Central Maine area for over 100 years. They are a federal USDA plant that provides processing of beef, pork, lamb, and goat by appointment and is also MOFGA certified. Herring Brothers also has a full retail store able to cut to your needs. They offer beef, pork, chicken, specialty sausage, and their famous Wicked Good beef jerky.